baseball teams that suddenly turned into the best. Back in May 2019, the Washington Nationals were in a really bad spot as they had just lost another game, and their record dropped to 19 wins and 31 losses, so almost everyone thought their season was basically over, and a lot of fans had already given up hope on seeing them in the playoffs. On top of that, the team was struggling because their bullpen was giving up runs left and right, and meanwhile, their biggest stars like Trea Turner and Anthony Rendon were spending time on the injured list, so the Nationals just couldn't seem to catch a break, and even though they had a strong starting rotation with Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, and Patrick Corbin, it seemed like every time they handed the game over to the bullpen, things just fell apart. But what happened shortly after is honestly something no one saw coming. You see, after hitting rock bottom, the Nationals finally started to get healthy as Trea Turner came back from injury, and the team could finally put out their best lineup, so things slowly started to change, while their manager Dave Martinez never lost faith even when people were calling for him to get fired, and the players started believing in themselves again, as Scherzer kept saying, "We're a good baseball team." Meanwhile, the Nationals started winning series against teams like the Marlins, and after that they began to build real momentum as the summer went on. But the way they turned their season around is honestly wild. The thing is, from that point on, the Nationals went on a historic run as they finished the season with 93 wins and just 69 losses, which meant they had one of the best records in baseball after May 24th. And while their bullpen was still shaky, the team made some big moves at the trade deadline by bringing in Daniel Hudson, Fernando Rodney, and Hunter Strickland to help stabilize things, so their late-game pitching finally started to get better. And after this, their offense exploded as Anthony Rendon played like an MVP, Juan Soto became a superstar, and Howie Kendrick kept coming up with clutch hits, so the Nationals just kept climbing up the standings until they grabbed a wildcard spot. But what happened in the playoffs is actually legendary. As it turns out, the Nationals had to play the wildcard game against the Brewers, and they were down late, but then Soto came up with a huge hit that turned the entire season around. After that, the Nationals just kept beating the odds as they knocked out the Dodgers and swept the Cardinals, so they made it all the way to the World Series against the Astros, who were the best team in baseball that year. And while everyone thought the Astros would win easily, the series went to 7 games. But the way they finished the World Series will always be remembered. What I mean is that in Game 7, the Nationals were losing in the 7th inning, but then Howie Kendrick hit a go-ahead home run off the foul pole, so the Nationals took the lead and never looked back. After this, Daniel Hudson closed it out, and the Nationals became World Series champions for the first time ever.